This presentation is for Healthcare Facility Election Judge Training. The training will cover Healthcare Facility Judge Training Requirements, definition of a healthcare facility, healthcare facility outreach procedures, and healthcare facility election judge responsibilities. Training requirements. You must have the election judge certification. The county auditor or municipal clerk will train and certify. This certification is 2 hours of training every 2 years. For healthcare facility election judge certification, the county auditor or municipal clerk trains and certifies. This is an additional 1 hour of training beyond the election judge certification. This training as well is repeated every 2 years. Healthcare facility outreach versus healthcare facility agent delivery. Healthcare facility outreach is when patients are permanent residents of the healthcare facility and you will use absentee ballot for voting. Healthcare facility agent delivery means residents are temporarily in a healthcare facility who do not have permanent residence in the precinct and will need to use healthcare facility agent delivery. For healthcare facility outreach, it is the clerk's responsibility to initiate outreach to all licensed healthcare facilities in their jurisdiction. Healthcare facility election judges will help voters with the absentee ballots, absentee applications, and voter registration. Definition of a healthcare facility. By Minnesota Statute 203B.01, Subdivision 4, a healthcare facility means a licensed hospital, sanitarium, or other institution as defined in Section Minnesota Statute 144.50, Subdivision 2, or nursing home licensed to serve adults under Minnesota Statute 144A.02. Healthcare facilities in Sherburne County include St. Benedict's Community, Talahi Care Center, Guardian Angels, and Shepherd of Grace. Assisted living facilities do not qualify as a healthcare facility. Healthcare facility outreach procedures. Your role as a healthcare facility election judge is very important. It ensures access for eligible voters by outreach to voters in healthcare facilities. It protects integrity and accuracy of the election process by helping voters complete ballots, and ensures privacy of voters through the outreach procedures. Healthcare facility election judge responsibilities. They deliver the applications to registered voters and/or deliver ballots to the healthcare facility. Non-registered voters are also able to vote. At least 2 healthcare facility judges from different party affiliations ride together in the same vehicle. Check the room upon arrival at the healthcare facility to make changes if necessary to ensure privacy and voter flow. Healthcare facility election judges will need to determine who needs to register. First, you will check the list of registered voters. If they are not on the list, you will help eligible residents fill out the voter registration card just as they would as if it was an election day registration. We have coordinated with the care centers to have absentee ballot applications filled out for as many residents as possible ahead of time. You will have to assist them filling out some applications for residents that did not apply ahead of time. Remember, if they are not claiming their residency at the facility, you cannot help them vote. You can assist them with filling out the application and returning it to our office, and we will mail them out the correct ballot. Those residents that are permanent residents at the facility can vote through the outreach program. You will want to make sure to take the absentee ballot applications with you to the outreach. The applications should include the voter's name and residential address, which election they are voting for, the voter's signature, the date the voter signed the application, and the voter's date of birth. This helps us to make sure we have the right voter information in the system. Ballots will be delivered by 2 judges from different party affiliations. You can help residents fill out the ballots. Voters may use assistant voter device to assist them with voting their ballot. Upon voting, please deposit returned envelopes containing the marked absentee ballots in a sealed container. The healthcare facility election judge should record any incidents or suggestions at the outreach. 2 judges will return the ballots and other election materials to the clerk on the same day that they are delivered and marked. These ballots will be returned to the Auditor Treasurer's office. Next, we would like to go over some practice scenarios that could occur at the healthcare facility. Example 1. You are working with a voter on filling out a voter registration application, and he is unable to sign his name. What do you do? If a voter is unable to sign their name or make a mark, they have the right to orally confirm their identity with the election judge and/or direct another person to sign their name or confirm their mark for them. Example 2. John Smith is not a registered voter and doesn't have a proof of residency. Is there a way John can register? An employee of the healthcare facility can vouch for an unlimited amount of residents at that facility, which would allow John to be eligible to vote that day. Example 3. Virginia Mayer is a voter at X healthcare facility. She is unable to fill out the ballot by herself. What do you do? The election judge will politely ask the voter if they would like help in marking their ballot. In this last example, the voter you are working with has a guardian. Can they still vote? Is there anything they have to do differently? If the voter is under court-ordered guardianship, in which the court ordered revokes the person's right to vote, they are not eligible to vote. If this is not the case, then you can proceed as you would normally. In this next section, we will go over some activities and frequently asked questions about the healthcare facility process. Who can't act as an assistant to a voter? The answer would be a voter's employer, an agent of the employer, or an officer or agent of the voters' union. Do you count an absentee ballot for someone who has passed away between when they filled out their ballot and election day? The answer would be if a voter has passed away before election day, the ballot must be rejected. What if someone wanting an absentee ballot won't sign the envelope? What do you do? The answer is return the ballot as you would the others. It will be rejected by the absentee ballot board. Can someone pick up an absentee ballot for their spouse when their spouse is in the healthcare facility? The answer would be only as provided by agent delivery procedures. Who witnesses the absentee ballot? The answer, any registered voter in Minnesota, including an election judge. For the purpose of healthcare facility voting, you should note your witness title as election judge or put your residential address. What can't a healthcare facility election judge wear to a healthcare facility outreach? It's the same as election day, as this is now a polling place and no campaign materials. And finally, when there is a large room used in a healthcare facility for the outreach, how do you maintain privacy for each voter? The answer is do the best you can to maintain privacy for each voter. What happens when you run out of ballots or other materials on the healthcare facility outreach day? Please call the auditor's office at 763-765-4351. We will bring more materials and ballots out to you. This concludes the training information that we would like to offer you with regards to being an election judge at a healthcare facility. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact our office. Thank you.